St. John Climacus of Sinai. March 30th, a 7th century monk on Mount Sinai dedicates his life to asceticism and leadership, culminating in the authorship of a foundational text on spiritual ascent. A heads up, in the spirit of transparency, please be advised that this content may include ascetic extremes and exorcism. St. John Climacus, also known as John of the Ladder, lived in the 7th century. He served as a monk at the monastery on Mount Sinai and is honored as a church father in both Eastern and Western Christianity. His life of asceticism and his profound spiritual writings have established him as a significant figure in Orthodox spirituality. The exact date and place of St. John's birth are not recorded, though it is believed he was born around the year 579. At the age of 16, he renounced the world and went to the monastery on Mount Sinai. There, he placed himself under the spiritual guidance of Abba Martyrius. This early commitment marked the beginning of a life dedicated to God, characterized by obedience and the pursuit of spiritual perfection. Following the repose of his spiritual father, Abba Martyrius, John chose a path of intense solitude. He withdrew to a hermitage located at the foot of Mount Sinai, in a place called Thola. For 40 years, he engaged in spiritual warfare, dedicating himself to fasting, prayer, and repentance. This period of withdrawal was not one of isolation from human need. During these decades, he would receive visitors who sought his spiritual counsel. His words offered guidance and strength to those who came to him. Accounts from this time include the healing of a man who was possessed, demonstrating the power of God manifested through John's prayer and ascetic life. When John was about 75 years old, the abbot of the Sinai monastery reposed. The monastic brotherhood, recognizing John's spiritual wisdom and humble disposition, unanimously elected him as their new leader. Despite his deep love for the solitary life he had practiced for decades, John accepted the position. He served as a father to the brotherhood, guiding them with wisdom and love for the remainder of his life. It was during his time as abbot that St. John authored his most significant work, The Ladder of Divine Ascent, Climacus Theos Anothu. He undertook this writing at the request of St. John, the abbot of the nearby Rethu monastery. The book employs the metaphor of Jacob's ladder, as described in Genesis 28:12, to illustrate the soul's ascent toward God. It is structured into 30 steps or chapters, each addressing a particular virtue to be cultivated or a vice to be overcome. These 30 steps are often seen as analogous to the 30 years of Christ's hidden life before his public ministry. The latter is considered a masterpiece of ascetic theology and remains a primary text for Orthodox monastics. Its wisdom also serves as a guide for laypeople seeking to deepen their spiritual life. It is traditionally read in Orthodox monasteries throughout the period of Great Lent. After serving as abbot for 4 years, St. John Climacus reposed in the Lord in approximately 649 AD. Before his departure, he appointed his brother George as his successor, ensuring the continued spiritual leadership of the monastery. The Orthodox Church commemorates St. John Climacus on March 30th and also on the 4th Sunday of Great Lent, recognizing his enduring contribution to Christian spirituality through his life and writings. His example of extreme asceticism, combined with his humble leadership, continues to provide a path for those seeking to draw near to God.